Welcome to the QuestCast, where the quest gets cast.
Sorry, continue.
Again, he couldn't wait a couple episodes. It had to be the next episode.
I did that last episode too.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, continue. Sorry.
Welcome to the QuestCast, where the quest gets cast and the cast is on a quest. I'm Adrian, the Dungeon Master.
And I'm Thalius, the Bard. Or Alex. I'm Alex. And I play Thalius.
I'm Dad, I play Vatrog.
I'm Zach, I play Thane.
And last time was a little interesting. Last time was a lot of exposition, I think is what you would call it. And a lot of store.
It was like 30 or 40 minutes of store shopping.
It was-
I remember editing it. It was...
It was 30, 40 minutes of
It was
store.
a lot.
And
just
maybe
back and
20
forth.
minutes of... Maybe 20 minutes of story. You met Jimothy last time. You met John, the mayor,
Who is not a goat.
who is not a goat, or a praying mantis, or
He was a hamster in a suit, we know this.
whatever. It is not confirmed whether he has 3 goblins in a trench coat or not.
I make a perception check.
I didn't see green skin on him.
So, so what's you met John, who gave you a letter that is going to let you conduct an investigation on behalf of Caduceus. That's pretty much all story-wise that happened. We went on a shopping spree. You did get to talk to Caduceus. You told him that he was on trial in a month. He was not happy, but he understood.
Also gave him the sword to hold.
Yep, you gave him the sword to hold. And...
May I not be trying to steal that later?
And you guys still have not been to see Mortimer.
No, because we spent all of our time goofing off in the shop.
Yeah. So, what are you guys needing the new weaponry for?
Upgrades. Always need them.
Just wanted new stuff. These are not the droids you're looking for.
Wait, are you guys from the ship?
I'm not.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
Me and him are.
Oh. Okay.
He's a bard on the ship.
I wiggle my ears.
You're giving a little too much information there.
So, you two are from the ship. You know, people think it was your captain, right?
We do.
Yes.
Do you think that?
I know that he don't come off the ship, so I know it wasn't him.
He holds a hand up and he's like, listen, things like this don't happen often. I don't know what to believe. I don't really think it was your captain, but I don't know who it was. So, so where are you are you guys gonna help him? What are you doing?
We're going to the town to investigate.
You going straight there?
We're doing our own investigation.
You're doing your own investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
We might speak with Mortimer before we go, but could you direct us to where he's at?
oh, the morgue. You want to know where the morgue's at?
Is that where Mortimer is at?
Yes.
Then yes.
It's actually, and he points to the road that you guys came from the city hall. Just past city hall.
Thanks.
Same side of the road.
Thanks.
Would have been nice to know earlier.
To be fair, you guys didn't ask.
No. we just kind of... You said shop, and that's where we went.
No. That was not the first place you guys went.
No.
No,
but,
we went to town hall and then we went to the ship.
yeah.
town hall, ship,
Tavern.
the tavern, and shops.
Hey, we
you
covered
guys
all
got
of
your
it.
priorities straight.
Yeah,
I had to get my hemlock cracker so I could kill everybody.
we had to get upgrades for fights that are coming.
Okay, so Dad, I did make an item on D&D Beyond. If you want to go ahead and look at it, I did change it slightly from what I said, but I don't think it really changes much as far as how it works.
Upon use, the firecracker explodes. The explosion engulfs anything within 30 feet of the item and user. Every creature within this range takes damage equal to half the user's maximum HP.
Yes. So basically, what that means is it's slightly bigger than a fireball and is going to work almost like a fireball, except it's guaranteed damage. It's not roll to
Fireball is
save.
30 feet, isn't it?
It's 20.
20 feet, okay.
Fireball is within 20 feet. All right. So he has now told you guys where the morgue is, if you would like to go.
Thank you. We will be on our way.
Guys, did he give you guys back your swords and stuff yet, or are we gonna? You guys can come back and get them after this.
Yeah, because we just gave them to him at the end
Okay.
of the last session.
Yeah.
So.
By the way, don't forget, here in about maybe hour and a half, 2 hours, you guys can come back for your weapons. Let me break my voice for a second. That was not meant to be in voice. So, right now, for you guys, it's probably somewhere around 2 p.m.-ish. That's a little bit important for some stuff here in a minute, but... so you guys make your way to the city hall, and then just one more building, if it would have bit you if it were a snake, is the morgue.
I make a perception check for a snake.
All right. So you guys have headed to the morgue. It's obvious. It's a very nondescript building. Who's walking in first? Who's wanting to?
I'll walk in, I guess.
You'll walk in. As you walk in, I'm going to go ahead and reveal the map. I'll try to describe it as best I can here in just a second for everybody listening. Thane, as you walk in, directly in front of you are two tables roughly 10 feet apart, 5 feet apart. And in between them is another table with a bunch of a bunch of tools and instruments like scalpels and things like that. The two tables on the outside, however, on the left there is a male body that is lying naked and deceased. On the right is a female body lying naked and deceased. There is a chest at the foot of both of these tables. To your left and straight in front of you is like the mortician cabinets, walls of them of different shapes and sizes. To your right there's a bookshelf, or there are two bookshelves and two just regular shelves for displaying things. The bookshelves are situated one in the corner and one on the and one almost to the back wall. And the books themselves, upon first glance, are just various books like you would see on a bookshelf. And the jars and there's like not stethoscopes, microscopes, jars of different organs floating in liquid. There are some kits like makeup or paint kits for them to use. And standing in between the two tables, you see a well-groomed human with shorter white hair, not like really short, but it's just a little bit swept back, and white hair. He's wearing a suit, but at the moment He's not wearing the jacket, and he's got his sleeves pulled up to the elbow. What? What?
You'll figure it out. Continue. Go ahead.
I think I know what I said.
No, you didn't say anything.
Just keep going.
There you go.
Okay. He does not have his jacket on, and his sleeves are rolled up to his elbow. And looking at him, he's just a human, but his skin is very, very pale. And he stands at a 6'6", and he turns around and he says, "Hello." And he walks forward and extends a hand to the first person that walked in and says, "My name is Mortimer Riggins."
I'm Thane. And shake his hand.
All right. And he says, "How are you today?"
We're actually here about a village that was killed.
Ah, yes. And he gestures behind him. You mean my patients?
They really
Your
patient.
patience.
He also extends a hand to you two. Yes, my name is Mortimer Riggins.
I'm sure you can tell him. I'm bad chart.
Can I make an insight or a perception check on him just to kind of while I shake his hand, just to
You can. There is something I was going to tell anybody who touched his hand. Anyway,
I'm going to make an insight check as well, but go ahead.
Okay. What are you rolling? Insight? I took your passive perceptions and got this, but his skin is cold to the touch.
I was going to roll insight. That's a 22, just to kind of glean more information just by looking at him.
It doesn't matter.
Insight? He seems like he's being friendly to people who have walked in on him doing his job.
Does he seem like he's actually alive?
Yes.
It's just cold.
Yes. So, you said what now? You are here for...
We're here to help with the investigation.
Help with the investigation.
While he's talking to him, I'm going to go look at the bodies and do an
Okay.
investigation check on them. If you'll let me.
Which one? Actually, as you take a step, he goes, "Hold on. Where are you going?"
To do your job for you.
And upon whose authority?
My own.
I hand out the letter from the mayor on his authority.
I see.
Any issues, you can take it up with him.
He holds. So are you doing investigate or?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me which body are you looking at?
The
The one on the left or right?
one on the right.
The one on the right, the female.
Yeah.
All right. And what exactly, or how exactly are you looking at this body? Like,
I'm like actually like moving it around to actually look like at everything. If he has it cut open, I'm looking at the.
upon just walking in, both of the bodies have a large slash mark, like a large gash. One is across the abdomen, the male's is across the abdomen, and the female's is from right collarbone all the way, or left collarbone all the way down to right waistline. I would like, if you're just going to check the body for a medicine check.
Okay.
Since it is, you know what I'm saying?
But here's where I can argue against that, because I'm not looking at. I'm looking for, like, the reason I'm investigating is looking at the way the cut is and how it.
Okay.
Not necessarily
Okay.
medically wise. Just I can still do the medicine check.
I would argue that because it is a human body,
That's fine.
that a medicine check is
That's
what
what
makes sense the most.
I'm not
to me.
gonna actually argue with you. I was just 22.
22. So you see that exactly as you would expect from everybody talking, all of the blood is. You said the one on the right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the slash across is very, very clean, like really clean. Now, she is completely void of color, like not just pale, but gray. Like obviously, no blood in the system whatsoever. And there are no marks other than the giant gash. Not even like from him making incisions. For her, definitely, he could use the slash across her to examine. Now, what you find out from that 22 you said?
Yeah.
When you get really close to the actual cut and the actual tissue around it, it's not much, but there's almost like a necrotic tinge to the edges, the very edges of it. And it's not like a natural necrosis. It's like...
similar to,
It's... I don't want to say it would be vampiric, but it is, like, odd.
Well, that's when I would tell him, that's when I would say this clearly, if all the bodies are similar to this, it clearly couldn't have been a vampire, because he wouldn't have killed an entire village.
Similar to what?
If all the bodies are similar to this one.
With a slash mark, clean slash mark.
All blood completely drained from them, it wouldn't have been a vampire.
What did you say was on the table?
The table in between.
Mm-hmm.
It's just tools you would expect him to be using.
Using what my character would know, being he would know that it wouldn't be a vampire that did this.
There's no bite mark.
Any vampire that he knows of.
Let me ask you this. What of a vampire who is parched?
He may have killed 3 or 4, but he wouldn't have killed an entire village. And if you're going to say he would have done it to get away, vampires are very quick. He would have needed to kill an entire village to get away.
Very simply, though, there would be bite marks, not a big gaping gash.
Yes, but can a...
And it wouldn't be clean if it was.
Can a vampire not feed from wounds?
The wounds are too big. Can I do a check on the... Because you said there was no necrotic.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do a check on that to see if anything turns up?
Explain.
Like, using...
like Arcana?
Either Arcana or History, because it would be... If not, it's fine. I'm trying to get as much information out of all this as we can.
Yeah. Is anyone else doing anything while he's checking out the bodies? Just wondering. I'm just curious. Because at the moment you were just checking out the...
He's checking out the female body.
The female body.
What was it?
I'll go check the male body.
Okay. You see something similar, but you don't know what he's found yet. So would you like to do a medicine check as well?
Yes.
What did you say was on the pink bookshelves?
What would that be under?
Pink marks on the left and top.
Oh, left and top. Those are... Sorry. Those are the mortuary cabinets where you would put bodies in.
Okay, so the bookshelf on the
Would
right.
that be under wisdom?
It would be medicine.
Dad, it's in your skills. Medicine.
Looks right under investigation.
13.
13. They have a giant gash. I want you to give me a history check. I want you to give me a history check.
I want you and me to roll.
Yes.
19.
19. Looking at this human man on the table and seeing that his slash is across the stomach, you remember in your dream, at one point, you don't remember the face or anything, but you do remember in your dream taking a slash across the stomach of somebody. That's it.
Okay.
You get that flashback to your dream of you get a flashback to your dream of the village and slashing through people, and you just remember a glimpse of right through the stomach. And that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Can I make a...
You're at the bookshelf?
Yes.
Okay, that is...
That'd be an investigation check, perception check.
You're just seeing a lot of different books on different topics. There's not really anything that stands out. It's mostly medical books.
I'll come to the other side of the female body then and make some kind of check then as well.
There are the chests as well. What was that? If you would like to do an Arcana.
Okay.
Are we all doing an Arcana check?
That's a 10.
He's the only one that knows about it as of right now.
Can I invest?
You're not really getting... If you want to roll a medicine check on the female as
I was
well.
going to the chest since you brought it up.
Oh. Opening the chest. Checking the chests. So, upon opening them, you just see there's this... which one are you at?
One in front of the female.
In front of the female? There's just it's not very colorful, but it is a sundress that has a large gash on it. It looks like it's been cut off of her, obviously, needing to be examined. And it does have a good amount of blood on it. It's not like a ton of blood, as much as you would think, but there is a lot of blood. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Investigation, you said?
Yes.
9. Yeah, 9.
And that's kind of all you can see from her clothes. And there is a single knife in there as well, kind of like just that they would have for protection normally.
Can I sleight of hand that?
I guess you can. What are you doing?
It's dice.
Oh.
Would there be any repercussions for me sleight of handing it? I'm not going to sleight of hand it. I'll just pick it up and be like, interesting. This is interesting.
Mortimer looks at you, Thane, and says, "So, what did you find?"
Something interesting. Needing to examine it more, though.
I have not yet done a magical autopsy yet. I've not done a magical examination. I've only done a physical. But as I expected, they are completely devoid of blood.
So can I make an Arcana check then?
For what?
Because I overheard him telling me that he hadn't done a magic
Autopsy.
You don't have the information to get to the Arcana check.
Whatever.
Because the Arcana thing is related to, well, you could go ahead and try.
I just overheard him telling him that he hadn't done the medical or the magical check.
I feel like a magic check is for characters who have a lot to do with magic.
Yeah, but
I mean, it works for everyone, but
It's a 2.
that's a 2.
What do you add to Arcana?
You know nothing.
can I do a history check now on it? Just to
You can.
okay.
Can I saddle up on the other side of the table and do a medicine check or something for the body to just try to glean information?
I'm not getting rolls tonight. That's a
Is
7.
it medicine?
Mm-hmm. That's a what?
That's another 7.
Another 7.
22.
22 for the medicine.
Mm-hmm.
You're starting to see the necrosis that he saw on the cut itself. Now, your history?
I rolled
Was
a
it
7. Again,
7?
another 7.
Can I roll an Arcana check since I'm seeing the necrosis?
Sure.
21.
21. Okay. So, what you're seeing is you start looking into it and you start trying to figure out at least what kind of magic is there. And it's weird. There's enchantment magic. Almost, not necessarily, it feels almost cursed. Does that make sense? But you're honestly feeling a slight, almost like you've been around it before.
Can I make an insight or a history check to see if I can think about...
You can't.
Cannot?
You can.
Oh. Would that be history or insight?
Either one.
That's a 10.
You feel this familiarity, but you're like, can't place it.
I'm going to go check the other chest.
Check the male's chest.
Mm-hmm.
That looks more, instead of a dress, it is a commoner's clothes with a knife on it as well. There is a gash in his clothing as well.
While he's doing that, I'm going to go over and check the male's body and see if it has the same... I'm assuming it would, but I'm going to...
Okay. Roll another medicine check. With advantage. Roll an investigation check, Dad.
With advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, I see you're going to know that. I'm sorry.
With advantage?
No.
I already have advantage on investigation, so...
Mm.
Oh, it's not investigation. It's medicine, though, isn't it?
Dad, you're 18.
Mm-hmm.
Upon looking at this clothing, there's blood here. There's a lot of blood, but it's not quite enough. And the clothes were very, very cleanly cut.
I got a 14 on medicine.
A 14 on medicine?
Yeah.
As far as you can tell, it's the same.
What is-
I'm lowering. I'll lower it. Yeah. So it looks the same, except you can't quite tell about the necrosis.
Yeah.
You can kind of see it on this one, but you're not sure if that's natural or unnatural with this one. But Dad, you would know that most blades in a fight would not cut that cleanly.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it was a very, very sharp blade.
I feel like most of us would know that at this point.
Right, but
Yeah.
he did the investigation
Can I do a similar check on the male body as well?
Medicine check?
Medicine? With advantage or?
So
You found the crime.
I tell Mortimer that I tell him that there's no way there's not any blade that would make a cut like that. Not a normal blade.
Well, after he finishes telling that, I'm gonna tell him there is magic that I've seen. I just can't place it.
He kind of. You said there is magic?
From what I can tell.
And you say that a normal blade cannot make these...
Not normally, no. It's too clean of a cut. The more you cut, the duller your blade, everything's going to start. It's going to start ripping instead of cutting. It's not every one of them is going to be that clean.
When you say that about the... Are you telling him about the necrosis?
Yeah.
Specifically?
Yeah. What I saw on it.
There is necrosis?
The natural.
He takes a step forward, and he walks over to the female's body, and he leans down really close. Do you realize this is odd? Are you doing an or a medicine on the?
I did a 22.
A 22 on the male.
Mm-hmm.
Same necrosis. If you would like to do an Arcana again, you can.
With advantage or?
No.
Would it be the same green glow that I have around me?
What?
Because you said the necrosis was a green?
No. I'm
Okay.
saying like it's blackening. And,
Okay.
11. Nope.
My dice kind of got stuck. But I'm
So
not worried about
I'm not an expert in the matter, but you say that it was not your captain. And I believe you. A very sharp blade would have to cut this. But the necrosis that he has found, it is sort of in line with a vampire's necrosis.
Does it cover the whole gash? There's no way a vampire can do that.
Does your captain use magical weapons? Does your captain use magical weapons?
That's why I'm saying it's odd.
Because clearly these cuts are magical. If he doesn't use magical weapons, there's all the proof we need.
He doesn't use magic weapons. He doesn't need them.
Your captain has no magical weapons.
That I know.
Make a deception check.
Because he technically does right now.
You said deception.
Yes.
14. But
Can I persuade him to believe him?
then again, hang on.
Because as far as I know,
Technically, the captain does not have any
Yes.
magical weapons.
Does he not? Does he not?
Since
He's holding mine for him.
But
Exactly.
But he has a magical weapon right now, so it technically is.
But he only just got that today.
But
Because we would know that because we would know he's not holding the particular sword.
Oh, that is a good point.
we wouldn't know that
You
he
guys-
gave it to the captain, though.
No,
You
but we
wouldn't
could
know he gave
assume
it.
because he
Yeah.
walked in with it and then walked out without it.
That's a good point.
But we didn't see him walk in with it because we weren't on the ship yet.
Well, we were with him though whenever he.
And
had
there
the sword
wasn't time
lapse.
for him to go anywhere else.
That is true.
So we would have that insight.
There was only time for him to get there, especially with the crowd of people.
But I mean, we only just got back a few hours ago.
Mm-hmm.
So he wouldn't have had that sword whenever this.
Not even really just like an hour and a half, 2 hours ago.
Technically, yeah.
So I mean, he wouldn't have even had the sword whenever this murder happened.
Yeah.
Because he just got this sword from us or from him earlier.
But this is.
All right.
So
your captain does not have magical weapons.
No.
Are you guys planning on going to Yondelspire?
yes.
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 I think that's the first time we'll agree on something.
Will you check on my assistant?
What's his name?
His name is Felix. He's been gathering. He's the one who gathered these two bodies. He is normally able. Well, I say normally. So far, he got me 2 bodies in one day, and he has not been back since yesterday. He left this morning. And normally, by now, he would be back with at least one and be able to get me a second body. So...
Let me stop you right there. It's going to be a fee. I don't do things for free. If we come across him, we'll let him know you're worried about him. That's about it.
That's all I ask.
It'll be 1 gold up front then.
Lofty fee there, Thane.
It's 1 gold.
No. He goes, actually, I do need his help. He is the town handyman.
I said up front. That's not...
That's a good point.
How about I give you each 5 gold? Sorry, each 10 gold now, and that's that.
Okay.
And he heads over to heads over to his shelf that has the jars and stuff. And he finds a spot and gives you each 10 gold. Really, we do need him. He is the if you need a description, he's about this tall, and he goes because he's 6'6", and he goes to about his waist, and he goes, he's only like 3 feet tall. You'll know him when you see him.
Is he a halfling? Is he a dwarf?
He is a dwarf.
Okay.
Yes.
We'll know what to look for.
Look low.
Now,
Cool.
there is one thing that he told me that you guys might want to know.
What is this?
It was weird. Normally, a town of that size, with wounds like these, the town would be soaked in blood. There's not that. He said that there's a lot of blood, but it's not as much as you would think.
We'll keep this in mind when we go to Yondelspire.
And with bodies being fully drained of blood, but there's no blood about. Now, I'm sure the suspicion towards your captain. I am only here to gather the facts.
Question. How many people lived in this small village?
12.
That's too many people for a vampire in one night.
Now,
Vampire can't drink that much blood either.
hold on. I'm not saying this is the case. I'm not saying this is not the case. Some people may start to think, yes, that is too much blood for a vampire to drink in one night. But 2 or 3 vampires.
But we only know of the one.
There's
And-
only the captain who's a
and if-
vampire on the ship.
that we know of. And if he was frenzying, he wouldn't be acting like a normal person now. Even with all that blood.
I'm just here to gather facts. Normally, I don't arouse any suspicions, but that is something that we must think of, and we were told to think of scenarios such as this.
I understand the accusations being thrown at clearly the one who is most likely to have done it.
At the moment, he's the only vampire that we know of anywhere close.
Yes, at the moment.
That's why he's the
That you know
first
of.
suspect.
So we know why he is a suspect, but we can all agree that one vampire can't do all that.
Unless they're frenzying, and then maybe.
There's still
What?
too much blood for one vampire.
You've been helpful, though.
Oh, you as well. You have been helpful as well. I do have one question before you leave.
Depending on the question, we might answer.
Do you know anything of 3 gentlemen in rags being dead?
Depends where at.
In the direction of Geogloth, outside of town.
Nope, don't know a thing.
Never seen him before in my life.
Roll deception.
Lovely.
Give me a second.
24.
Oh!
I gotta find it. Give me a second. I have advantage on deception, so.
Are you saying nothing?
My rolls haven't been good. I'm not saying shit.
26.
Okay. We're less investigating that. It did look like there was a scuffle, and they were not the ones to. The not shopkeep. The bartender. She told us that you guys ran out. We figured it had something to do with that.
Well, we didn't run out that way, but there weren't any bodies there at the time.
Yeah.
Not lying to him. There weren't when we ran out there.
If you would, you guys are heading to Yonder Spire tonight.
Figure leave as soon as we can.
All right. Safe travels. Whatever's going on, I hope it doesn't happen to you.
We're going to pick up our weapons from the blacksmith, so
Yeah.
we'll be defended.
We'll be good.
Well, so we meet again. So you guys are heading back to the blacksmith?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys are heading back to
Blacksmith.
blacksmith?
Which we've already paid him for our weapons, so...
Mhm.
That's why I'm trying to get as much money out of people as we can.
Exactly.
Yes. Guys, I just got your stuff done. He holds it all up.
Take mine from him.
Thank you. I stab him.
As soon as I take mine, it disappears.
I'm gonna take all my stuff from you.
You take all your stuff? Okay. So what'd you find out at the morgue?
Definitely wasn't normal, but that's about all we are going to discuss at the moment.
Until we get more information, it's better to not reveal everything.
All right. Well, thank you for your business. I'm about to close up shop for the day.
We're heading out anyway.
Stay safe.
You too, buddy. What was your name again? It's Kevin?
It was Kevin. It was Kevin.
Was it really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
dang.
Kevin with a C.
Make sure you
That's-
board up your windows tonight. Just be on the safe side.
How did you know why I was shutting down early today?
These are not the droids.
I'm just messing with you. The look on your face, though.
I want to make a knife appear. I can gut you.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, so you guys are heading to Yonel Spire. So, Yonel Spire is a ways. It's not quite a day's travel, but it is late. It is late.
Yeah.
You guys are going to need to take a rest.
Well, yeah, I figured, but before
Yeah.
I think you guys can get. Do you remember the
the split, yeah.
the split? That's about where you guys get to. Actually, where are you guys wanting to set up camp? Because
Wasn't there a
clearing-
camp yard right before the split?
No, it was past the
It
split.
was, it was before the bridge.
before the bridge that started this whole thing.
But that is off to the.
No, that was the other way.
Yeah, it's the other side, and it's about halfway between where you're at and Geogloth, and that'd be like backtracking.
We'll just
We can make camp there.
We'll go off to the side and make camp. That
Okay.
way we're out of the way and
I cast Leoman's tiny hut.
kind of pushed back away from.
Okay. Is there anything that you guys are wanting to talk about during camp? Go, do your thing.
I am going to ask him what happened to the sword that he was carrying.
Yeah, that's a good point, Vetrarch. What happened to the sword? Why aren't you using it?
Because now that we're away from everyone else, we kind of.
I locked it up.
Is there a reason?
None that you need to know right now.
That seems oddly suspicious. Are you sure there's nothing we need to know?
It wouldn't happen to do with anything that's going on right now, would it? That's just using insight. That's not even.
Maybe.
Is there something you know that we don't?
Something you're not telling us.
That's need to know, and y'all don't need to know right now.
If it'll clear your captain's name, we might need to know it.
Well,
It's your choice.
I didn't think it mattered. I thought it was just a dream. After I got the sword, I had a dream of town being slaughtered.
So the sword
Hold on.
gave you dreams?
What are y'all's passive insights? Because you're not telling the whole truth.
No.
So I'm going to have you roll a deception
Mine's 13.
against their
also 13.
passive insight. What?
13.
13. You are needing to roll a
Deception.
deception with
-1.
-1 against 13s.
So you need to roll.
Now, I'm not going to say that makes them exactly know what's happening. They just know there might be something more.
You need to roll a 15 or higher. 5.
Okay.
So you guys hear the tone in his voice, and you hear him go, I had a dream of a village being slaughtered. There might be something more to that.
Can I use, just from what's being told, can I kind of start putting stuff together that it may...
In your mind, you can.
Well, I don't know
don't-
if you want me to roll for it or...
It's up to you. I have given you clues. You can do whatever you want with them.
So, do I know that they don't believe me right now?
You can tell. Well, it depends on how they react.
I'm just kidding.
This is role play. You are reacting to each other's stuff. Okay?
I'm just going to keep listening.
This is like you guys are a character in a story. How would their characters react to you saying what you said and they know? Does that make sense?
Yep.
So you had a dream about a village being slaughtered.
There's more to this than you're telling us. What are you not telling us, Etchark?
I just happened to be the one slaughtered in the village.
And did this village happen to look anything like the one we're heading to?
I haven't seen the village that we're headed to, so I don't know.
Did any of the cuts on the bodies?
However, the male body looks familiar.
That's okay. That's okay. We can figure this out.
We just made this a lot more complicated than it needed to be now. But we know it wasn't your captain.
We just can't tell them it was you either.
Can I get you two to roll insights?
Hang on. Hold on. Now, y'all were both there. They don't sleep, right?
No, we trance.
Would they know?
That's a good point.
Would they know if I leave?
It's tricky.
I mean, passive perception.
Yes, but trancing would make that at disadvantage, which is a -5.
No, it's not.
We were sleeping. How did I get my full night's rest if I took off? And how did I get from where I was at to there?
Because the way trance works is you're fully aware of everything that's happening around you. While still getting your...
That's up for... So you guys did kind of see him go off, but you thought...
Yeah. We wouldn't have thought anything of it at the time.
That is for us to figure something out later. I know what, you don't know what, and they don't know what. Zach might know what.
I got a 21 on the insight.
You have this feeling of, wait, he locked it up. Where?
I got a 10.
It actually makes sense for you to figure this out.
Yeah, I got a 10, so...
Wait a minute. You said the captain has the sword now?
No, I said I locked it up.
You had it before you went and talked to the captain. And now you don't have it. Is it by any chance locked up in his office? The office of the person who people believe?
Did you just frame your captain?
That's what I'm asking.
Not intentionally, no. I just thought it would be safer locked up where nobody could get to it.
Technically, you're right. But you just made it worse for your captain.
Does he know about this?
Yes. He don't know what we found out recently. No.
But he knows about the dream the sword made you have.
Yes.
And he kept the sword in his office.
Locked. Well, it's locked away, but he is also trying to find out the origins of the sword, what it's enchanted by, and anything he can find out about it.
It would make sense.
It's also clicking for you. That's
from
familiarity from earlier.
It would make sense that a vampire wielding a sword that has magic similar to a vampire on it, he would be the one to figure it out.
Bailey's just going to hold his head in his hands, but this just got incredibly more complicated.
We need to get the sword away from him, first of all.
I think that's a good idea.
Can I get everyone? What's your passive perceptions? 14?
Perception is a 15.
15?
His is a 14.
Can I get everyone to get an intelligence saving throw for me?
Do I get my bonus?
18.
Yes.
Okay.
What do I add?
Yes, you get
This isn't
intelligence saving throw.
This isn't being charmed, is it?
It is not.
I got an 18.
18.
What?
18.
18? As you guys are talking, you feel yourselves becoming groggy, and you feel your eyes close. I know that you two are immune to being magically put to sleep, but not psychically.
Mine's just to avoid or
You
in
too.
charmed condition. So
You two,
Son of a whore.
you all feel yourselves while you're talking get
can I hit myself to keep myself
more
from
and more
falling asleep?
tired. You know what? Actually, roll. Actually, since your perception is higher, roll yours with advantage.
Okay.
And that'll be kind of like you trying to wake yourself back up.
So he
Beat an 18.
Nope, doesn't do it.
that wasn't with
So-
it. That was just the first roll.
I meant-
So we're
Okay.
That was your
feeling
advantage.
ourselves getting sleepier.
Nat 20.
No, I meant earlier.
Oh yeah.
From
No.
the 18 and then the.
Yeah.
This
You
would
just
be your
rolled it.
second roll. So
That's what I was saying.
Oh.
Is just roll another.
You said
one.
roll with advantage, so I was rolling again.
Sorry,
I understand
Wait,
what you're thinking
yeah.
of, though.
I should have explained myself a little better.
So we're feeling ourselves getting sleepy.
Yes.
So I try to jump up until we kind of wake myself.
No. As you're talking, it feels almost natural. And you feel yourselves drift. I'm going to say, Zach, you were the last one. I'm going to say you guys found logs and are sitting around a fire. Zach, Thane, as you're kind of grogging off, you see a very odd sight. And you think, is this a dream? I don't know. I've never been asleep. I've never been tired like this. Right before you close your eyes, you see a figure behind Vatrarch. Two figures that look like just humans, except instead of a head, they have an upside down foot with an eye on the big toe and the pinky toe.
Okay, I do have a question because last session I used the disguise self, so I don't look like my normal self. Because it doesn't require concentration.
How long does it last?
It's until it's an hour, so
Oh.
it would have.
It would have worn off by now.
Yeah.
And you're like, dream? And then you feel yourself hit the ground. Or hit something behind you. And that's where we're going to leave it.
Yeah. See, in this situation, normally I would have tried to like pour water on myself or something, or start hitting myself or stab myself, something.
So what do we think? What do we think? I want to pick your brains. What do you think's happening?
Is this the thing that we talked about? That I had the chance to pass if I would have rolled?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's what I need to know. We didn't actually talk about what was happening with it, but
I'm honestly at a loss. I have no idea what's happening.
What do you think about the stuff that happened in the morgue?
well, if you
Are
bring
we
it up
like-
like that, then it seems like they're connected to him. But I don't think they are.
Like they're what?
That these creatures or whatever are connected to him somehow.
Oh,
Because the way you tried to switch that.
No. No, I'm just asking. Like, what did we think about today, in general?
I like
What
these
do you-
sessions where it's not. It's just more of figuring things out.
Don't worry, stuff will come.
No, I mean I like the combat too. And just
Things will come. I just wanted to, because our first campaign was battle,
Yeah.
battle, pretty much. And that was it. There was that one puzzle section. I think I did a lot better job on this.
I feel like you've
Made it more explorative.
You've
than-
taken everything from the last one and kind of improved. Because the last one,
Every time I do a game, I improve some more.
and that's what you're supposed to. But
I think every time I do a campaign, I get better. Dad can attest. How bad was that one? The one you and Brianna and Imogen were in.
Oh,
Compared to this?
Yeah.
Compared to this?
I had fun with that one too. So.
Well, I know you had fun with that one because you're like,
Things died when I hit.
oh, I have a mimic stuck to my hand.
Speaking of mimics,
What?
when are we gonna do anything with them?
Hmm?
You gonna do anything with them?
Honestly, no. Hey, so it's me from while editing. I may have accidentally lied here. For future reference, I could use mimics. Sorry, Zach, I might have lied on accident, but I don't know of anything that I'm actually, you know. So, Alex, what are your thoughts? What do you think's going on?
Seems a little fishy that both the Mortimer and then the other guy said stay safe. It's like they knew something lurked in the forest.
Well,
I feel
It's
like
also-
it's kind of just a being in this village after everything that's happened.
yeah,
It kind of just
That's a good point.
that's where I was going with it.
The whole village seems off.
It's probably because I haven't fleshed it out super well, but it's more fleshed out. than
No,
some
I
things
think you've done a good job with it. I just the way the characters act seems like maybe they know more.
I meant for Mortimer to kind of be fishy.
Okay.
I meant for Mortimer to be fishy.
Okay.
What was his name? Victor?
Kevin,
No, Victor.
the mayor, or the shopkeeper.
The shopkeep.
Oh, you
I
mean
think his
Fitz
name was
2.0?
One y'all kept trying to shove in the little bag out.
No, we never actually
So-
tried to.
I
So-
thought about it.
I'm gonna
I
have
did too.
fun. We need
He
to.
just wants to get the bag
but-
of devour and to like decapitate people.
You know what
All right.
it leads to, right? Like,
So, we can stop it somewhere later. Okay, and again, it's me from editing time. Sorry, I don't know exactly what happened here. I don't remember. It's been a while since we've recorded. But this was a fun one. Thank you guys for listening, and well, you'll hear us next time. Bye.